What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my picks for MLB
Saturday, August 29th.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made.
Okay, let's take a look at the 6-game main slate. At the pitcher position, I like Dylan Bundy with a 13% pitching advantage over a low-salary batting team, the Seattle Mariners. Dylan Bundy pitches 13% better to righty batters. He's only giving up a .579 OPS versus righties, and he's facing 4 righties tonight. He also pitches pretty well to lefties, only giving up a .710 OPS versus lefties, facing 4 lefties. Looks like switch hitters is his weakness, only facing 1 switch hitter tonight. But on top of that, the Seattle Mariners have only hit 8 of the last 41 pitches, batting a .195 batting average, and Dylan Bundy is $9,100 FanDuel salary and $1,200 more on DraftKings. He has an ERA of 2.58. His record is 3-2, and he's pitching an average of 94 pitches per game. He's averaging 41 fantasy points per game on the season this year. So I like Dylan Bundy here versus the Seattle Mariners. Okay, let's take a look at the first base position. I like Brandon Belt with a 28% batting advantage over Luke Weaver. Brandon Belt bats 20% better versus righty pitchers. He's batting a .905 OPS versus righties. And Luke Weaver, he throws his worst ball to lefty batters, 9% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .890 OPS versus lefties. Brandon Belt is 4 for 8, batting .500 and a 1.350 OPS versus Weaver. Brandon Belt is $3,300 FanDuel salary and only $200 more on DraftKings. So I like that DraftKings price. So I like Brandon Belt here versus Luke Weaver. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I've got a fantastic FanDuel play for you. I think he's way underpriced on FanDuel. I'm not sure if I'd go there on DraftKings, but I like Donovan Solano batting against that same pitcher, Luke Weaver. Donovan Solano bats 9% better versus righty pitchers. He's batting a .855 OPS versus righties. And Luke Weaver is giving up a .814 OPS versus righties. There's no at-bats versus Weaver yet, but Solano is only $2,400 FanDuel salary. He's $2,000 more on DraftKings, so I love that FanDuel price. So I like Donovan Solano here versus Luke Weaver.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. I like Rafael Devers with a 51% batting advantage over Anibal Sanchez. Rafael Devers, he bats 31% better versus righty pitchers. He's batting a .892 OPS versus righties. And Anibal Sanchez throws his worst ball by far to lefty batters, 20% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .954 OPS versus lefties. So Devers is 0 for 1 versus Sanchez. Small sample size, but the splits are great. And he's $3,400 FanDuel salary and $1,500 more on DraftKings. Now Vegas thinks this is going to be a high-scoring game, an implied total of 11.5 points here, or an over-under of 11.5 points here. So I like Rafael Devers here versus Anibal Sanchez. Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. I like Kevin Newman with a 40% batting advantage over a low-salary pitcher, Brett Anderson. Kevin Newman, he's batting 24% better versus lefty pitchers. He's batting a .881 OPS versus lefties. And Brett Anderson, he throws his worst ball versus righty batters. 16% worse than his pitch to lefties, giving up a .789 OPS versus righties. Kevin Newman, he's only $2,400 FanDuel salary, and he's $1,100 more on DraftKings. So I like Kevin Newman here versus Brett Anderson. Okay, moving on to the outfield position. There's a lot of high salary, high-powered outfielders here on the slate tonight. I wanted to save salary elsewhere so I could fit this guy into my lineup. I like Juan Soto with a 54% batting advantage over a low-salary pitcher, Chris Mazza. Juan Soto is batting 10% better versus righty pitchers. He's batting a 1.146 OPS versus righties. And Chris Mazza throws his worst ball to lefty batters, 44% worse than his pitch to righties, giving up a 1.294 OPS versus lefties. There's no at-bats versus Mazza yet. You're going to have to pay up for Juan Soto. He's $4,700 FanDuel salary and $1,000 more on DraftKings. This guy's averaging 17 fantasy points per game on the season. That is unbelievable for a fantasy baseball player. So I like Juan Soto here versus Chris Mazza.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.